and girls of grade 2. Welcome back to Social Studies with Miss Bo. Yes, today for Social Studies, we are looking at the family. Yes, we are still looking at the family. But guess what? Today, I would like you to come right into my fashion shop. Yes, today we are playing dress up. Let me see all the boys and girls that really love playing dress up. I love doing that. Yes. Every time I need to leave the house, I play dress up. It's so hard to decide what to wear because when we wear our clothing, we have to remember where we are going. What is the temperature like outside? What are we going to do? All of these things we need to take into consideration when we are selecting our clothing. So boys and girls, are you ready to play dress up with me? Yes, all the little girls and all the little boys, I am ready to go. So at this point in time, we are going to dress for protection. Yes, we are going to select all the clothing for protection. So boys and girls, you're wondering, oh Miss Bo, protection? What is protection? Oh, it means that you're keeping safe from something. So now, what are we going to keep safe from? I'm wondering, what are we keeping safe from? Oh my! I can see right out the window. It is raining. So boys and girls, are you going to go right out there just like that with any clothing? I don't think so either. So if we want to protect ourselves from the rain, don't we have to dress to protect ourselves with the rain clothing? Yes, we have to do that. So if you want to protect yourself from the rain, then we wear rain clothing. Boys and girls, I'm sure you know these three letters, G, P, L. Yes, Guyana Power and Light. Guess what? When they are climbing up the post and they are going to trouble the current, yes, anything with the electricity, the current, guess what? You have to wear a very special clothing so that you don't get shocked. So, that is two examples of things that we wear to protect ourselves. Clothing that we wear for protection. Oh, one more. So, I was looking at the news. And after the sports, they would have, yes, the persons from the meteorologist station, they're going to tell us what weather we are expecting. And boys and girls, they said that the sun is going to shine. And it's going to shine very bright. It's going to be really hot. So boys and girls, are you going to go outside with vests and short pants in the hot sun? I don't think so. We have to protect ourselves. Yes, you don't have to wear a thick coat, but you can wear a long, thin clothing so that your skin isn't going to be burnt. Yes. Have you ever went in front of the mirror and when you took your clothing off and you look, you see all those places that was exposed, those places that were exposed to the sun, it's darker? Yes, it's because you are not wearing the protective clothes from my fashion shop. Yes, boys and girls, we need to wear our protective clothing. If you don't have any, come into my fashion shop. I would get you hooked up. Give you a nice protective clothing. Let's go on. So, firstly, we wear clothing to protect ourselves. Oh, boys and girls. So, it is Grandma's 92nd birthday. Yes, she's turning 92. So, Granny wants us all to dress modestly. Yes, modesty is very important to Granny. Boys and girls, when you are going to church or the mosque, the temple, how do you dress? Yes, we are expected to dress modestly because it is acceptable by the wider society. When we are going to our place of worship, it is important to dress decently. Oh, teacher, decently, decent. Oh, teacher, modest. What is that? Yes, boys and girls, when you're dressed modest, guess what? Everyone in society can tell. And they would not look at you and really say anything because you look decent. Your clothing is long and appropriate. You are not showing out all of your body. But boys and girls, guess what? There are other times when we are going to dress with those clothing. But when we are being modest to go to Grandma's 92nd birthday, we must dress, yes, all decent. Oh, Grandma, happy birthday. Oh, Grandma, happy birthday. Yes. And Grandma would smile because can you remember that day when you went by Grandma with your short pants and your vest top and she said, I need you to dress properly. Yes, that is what Grandma was saying. She needs you to be modestly dressed. You wear clothing that covers you. So when Grandma sees you at her birthday party, she's going to be happy. Boys and girls, if you don't have any, yes, you do not have any modest clothing, guess what? You can come right into my fashion shop. I have a lot for boys and girls. So guess what now? I remember that you asked me earlier, oh, Miss Bo, so I must always dress modestly. So if I'm going to my friend's birthday party or I'm going to the beach, yes, that form of dressing or clothing, it's for adornment. Yes, boys and girls. So that is when you are going to dress all fancy. You are adorning yourself. You're dressing up. Yes. You're going to the beach. You're going to have your beach bag with your throw over and your beach clothing. The boys are going to the beach. They would wear their shorts. And they might even show out their six pack. Yes, boys and girls. So, when you're dressing for adornment, you're dressing to look fancy, extremely fancy. So, it's school party, but there are children who would come to the school party dressing all modest. Or, if it's a sunny day, some parents would dress their children to protect their skin. But then there are other boys and girls. Mommy shopped this clothing so long from Miss Bo's fashion shop. I'm not going to put on any clothing for sun. I'm going to wear it. I will get rid of all that sunburn after. Yes, so you dressed up. You're all dressed looking all pretty and handsome for adornment. Next and finally, guess what? We dress for identification. Identification, Miss Bo? Yes, to be identified so that someone can know who you are or what you are doing. Let us go right into it. Do you know anyone that is a police officer? Do you know anyone that is a doctor? A lawyer? Do you know a fireman? A prison officer? Do you know? Yes. Do you know a custom officer? Yes. Guess what? Or do you know your little friend that goes to school? Think about all those people and tell me something they have in common. Yes, boys and girls, they all wear uniforms. It is important to wear your uniform so that you can be identified. Yes. So when I see the little boy or the little girl on the road and they are wearing their school uniform and they're not behaving, guess what? I can call the school and tell them. Yes, when the traffic is built up and someone just step right out there and say, come on, you move, you move, you move. And that person isn't wearing any uniform. You're going to say, really? He has on no uniform or she has on no uniform. How can they direct the traffic? Guess what? So, when you see the police in his blue and black, and he or she says to you, come on, take your car that side. You cannot come this way. We will obey. Yes, you see the power of our uniform. You see the power of identifying yourself. Yes, with the clothing you wear. When you see someone with a pink bow and a pink outfit with a pretty pink pocket, guess what? You can identify that someone. And who is that someone? Yes, it is Miss Bo. And you would always hear when it's time for social studies. So boys and girls, we wear clothing for protection. We wear clothing for, yes, we wear clothing so that we can be modest. We wear clothing for adornment. Yes, all decoration and fancy looking. And then finally, we wear clothing for identification so that we can be identified. Yes, boys and girls, a very important thing. Say, for example, those persons in the lockup, they would wear a special clothing. Because, say for example, they weren't wearing any special clothing and the prison officers, they weren't wearing any special clothing. Then, how can we identify who is the prisoner and who is the prison officer? So you see, it is very much important for us to wear clothing to identify ourselves. Yes. So that we can say, oh my, look at Miss Bo, she's coming. Because she has a uniform. So boys and girls, always remember, you can dress for protection. You can dress to look modest. You can dress for adornment. Or you can dress to be identified. So you are going to draw a picture of any of the four. Either when you are dressed for protection, you are dressed for adornment, when you are dressed all modest, or when you are dressed in your school uniform, where someone can identify you. Goodbye, boys and girls of grade 2. Miss Bo is going to see you again. Bye!